Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am the second reporter for the topic rocks. I am assigned in the second and third types of rock, which is the sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. So first, let us discuss about the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from compacted and cemented sediments like sand, silt, and organic remains, often in layers. When we say sedimentary rock, it is from rocks that are, when we say sediments, these are small pieces of rocks, sand, soil, or remains of plants and animals. So these things are being compacted and cemented to form a sedimentary rocks. And when we say compacted and cemented, this means compacted, it is where the sediments are being pressed together. And cemented, this means that the sediments or the compacted sediments are being glued together using the minerals in the water, like silica. Okay, the next slide contains the formation of sedimentary rocks. This is where the steps of formation of the sedimentary rocks are being explained. First step is the weathering. Next is erosion. Next is deposition. And the last one is the compaction and cementation. When we say weathering, this is where the breaking of rocks are happening. Rocks are broken down into smaller pieces by wind, water, or heat. So all of us has already know what is withering, because we have discussed this or we have tackled this in our senior high school. Next is erosion. Erosion means the movement of sediments. These small pieces or the sediments are carried away by water, wind, or ice. Next is deposition. This is where the settling in layers happen. The sediments settle down and form layers at the bottom of rivers, lakes, or seas. And the last one is compaction and cementation. This is where sediments pressed and glued together. As what I have said a while ago, compaction and cementation is where the sediments are being pressed and glued together. The layers are pressed together and minerals act like glue to hold them back together, forming a solid rock, or what we call the sedimentary rock. So those are the steps of formation of sedimentary rocks. So now let us proceed to the types of sedimentary rocks. So there are three types of sedimentary rocks. This is based on how they are formed. The first is clastic sedimentary rocks. Second is chemical sedimentary rocks. And the third one is the organic sedimentary rocks. Now, what is clastic sedimentary rocks? These are from the cementation of sediments that live in deposited, buried, and compacted over a long period of time. So as you can see in the picture, it is formation of rocks tiny rocks that are being compacted and cemented together, as you can see in the picture. So actually, clastic sedimentary rocks are made from broken pieces of other rocks. So these pieces are deposited, buried, and compacted over a long period of time. So remember, clastic sedimentary rocks are made from broken pieces of other rocks. That's why you can see in the picture it is for different type or many tiny rocks. Okay? So let us move on to the second type of sedimentary rock, which is the chemical sedimentary rock. These are from the perception of minerals from ion solutions. So from the word itself, chemical, clearly it is coming from minerals or any kind of chemical, but mainly minerals. Chemical sedimentary rocks form when minerals dissolved in water come out of the solution. This usually happens when water evaporates, leaving the minerals behind. Examples include rocks, salt, and gypsum. So as you can see in the picture, that is the example of chemical sedimentary rocks. Now let us proceed to the third type of sedimentary rock, which is the organic sedimentary rock. These are from the compaction and cementation of plants, animals. So it was clearly stated in the meaning that it is made from plants and animals remain. Organic sediments, rocks. Organic sedimentary rocks form from the remains of plants and animals. Over time, these remains are compacted and cemented into rock. Examples include coal, this is from plants, and limestone from shells of sea animals. So as you can see in the picture, that is the one of the examples of organic sedimentary rock. So this slide contains the examples of sedimentary rocks, of different types of sedimentary rocks, and also has its meaning. So clastic means formed by compaction of rock fragments or clasts. So those are the examples of clastic rocks, sedimentary rocks, the sandstone and the shale. Then chemical sedimentary rocks form by precipitation of minerals. Examples are limestone and gypsum. And the last one is organic sedimentary rocks formed by accumulation of animals or plant debris. Examples are coal and chalk. Now let us proceed to the metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks form from pre-existing rocks, which may be igneous, sedimentary, or even older metamorphic rock. So it was clearly stated that metamorphic rocks are pre-existing rocks and is coming from the older metamorphic rocks or igneous rocks or sedimentary rocks. Metamorphism. What is this metamorphism? And what is the difference of metamorphism and metamorphic rocks? So metamorphism is the process of transforming one type of rock into another due to heat, pressure, or both, without melting the rock completely. So, process, meaning it is where the metamorphic rocks are being processed or made. So there are two types of metamorphism, which are the regional and contact metamorphism. Regional metamorphism occurs over large areas of the Earth's crust due to high pressure and temperature. So remember that it is regional metamorphism is due to, or it happens because of pressure and temperature. And also it happens over a large area because of those things, which are the temperature and high pressure, usually deep inside the earth. So in the next slide I will be showing you the illustrations on how is regional metamorphism and contact metamorphism are happening. So this slide contains the process or illustrations of regional metamorphism and contact metamorphism. So as you can see in the regional metamorphism, it really is a large scale of area because it is the mountain there and the oceanic crust. And also, for your information, regional metamorphism only occurs in convergent boundary. This is where the two crusts are being collide. So as you can see in the picture, there is the oceanic crust and the continental crust. Let's say under that oceanic crust, here in the lithosphere, it has rocks, any kind of rocks, maybe igneous, sedimentary, or older metamorphic rocks. Then also here in the continental crust, under that in the lithosphere, it also have rocks. So if they collide, then the temperature and the pressure will be high. So that's why they will be resulting a metamorphic rock through the process of regional metamorphism. Okay? Next is contact metamorphism. So as you can see in the picture, contact metamorphism only covers smaller area than the regional metamorphism, and also it only occurs under the volcano which has magma inside. So here in the picture you can see rocks near the heat. So those rocks are being called metamorphic rocks because it is triggered by heat of magma. So that is the process of contact metamorphism. So actually there are two classification of metamorphic rocks: the foliated metamorphic rocks and the non-foliated metamorphic rocks, which contains the texture and structure or foliation. Okay, when we say foliated metamorphic rocks, this is due to the temperature and pressure minerals are aligned, thus creating banded appearance similar to page of book. Example is gneiss. So next is non-foliated metamorphic rocks. These do not show layering and are made of only a few minerals and shows almost consistent appearance all throughout. Example is quartzite. So the picture in the slide is what we call the quartzite. So as you can see, it is almost consistent in appearance. Non-foliated metamorphic rocks do not have layers. They are usually made of only one or few minerals and look the same throughout. So that's all for our topic and for my part. I hope you have understand what I have discussed. This is just a video presentation. It would have been best if I've explained it in person, but due to some important matters, I cannot do that. So I really hope you do understood my discussion, and thank you.